2002 Jeep Grand Cherokee is back in the shop. We've got to do some suspension work on it. Today we're going to be doing the control arms. So our control arm is right here. Connects the body to the axle. Jack it up, remove the wheel. Support the axle with another jack so that we can manipulate it properly. Next we want to disconnect the sway bar. Some people don't. I like to. Makes it a lot easier to move the axle around. You're going to need a 15mm and an 18mm if you've got one. You might find it useful to use some penetrating oil like this. But I've had this off a couple of times, so it shouldn't be a problem. And I don't have an 18mm wrench, so a crescent wrench would work just fine. Disconnect the other side too, and now the sway bar is free to get out of your way. We'll remove the axle side bolt first. It's a 21mm. You're probably going to find that this bolt is bound up pretty tight. It doesn't want to come out. So we're going to have to adjust the axle to give us a little bit of slack. So what I'm going to do is attach a ratcheting strap, this guy, to the sway bar and tighten it up. What this is going to do is pull the axle backwards and release some of the tension on that bolt. Keep an eye on that bolt and you'll see it when the tension comes off. Just like so. Body side bolt will be a lot easier with the tension off of it. Watch out for that. So these are my original factory control arms after installed. You can see that they're a little bit chewed up here, but they're not too bad really. In fact, I've already tried to replace these once with some Mopar OEM spec control arms and the bushings failed, so we're going to try again with some real ones. So here are my new control arms with the old one in the middle here. I ordered these from Detroit Axle. I had ordered some Mopars before, but for some reason the bushings right here failed. They delaminated from the inner sleeve, and if you've ever had a control arm that's not connected there, you'll know that it's not a very fun experience. So we're just going to go ahead and take this, put it back where I got it. I thought I'd show you what I'm talking about. Here's the control arm that I bought, Mopar. See, it's got the sticker right on it. Bought it from Rock Auto. Looks okay, but if you look real close at this, you'll think, oh, that's odd. Why is it doing that? And in fact, you can push this thing right out if you wanted to, but it's not supposed to do that. And you will find a very uncomfortable ride if yours is doing that. Alright, so let's put the control arm back in. This bushing goes on the axle side, this bushing is the body side. These little holes are on the inside here, like so. If you left your ratcheting strap in place, it should just swing right up into position with no trouble. Remember, finger tight only, because we want it to be able to still move free. So you tighten it so we can still move it. That's good. Put the wheels back on and load the suspension. I use a pair of ramps for this to give myself a little bit of ground clearance while I'm under there so I can still operate my wrenches and stuff. But yeah, it's absolutely critical that you load the suspension or your bushings will not last long. Go ahead and reconnect your sway bar. Torque it down to 68. First torque down the body side to 115 foot-pounds, which is pretty damn tight. This is how I keep the nut from moving during the torquing down process. Big long cheater bar to help me out. I'll tighten this one down to 120. An extra 5 foot-pounds. And don't forget to torque these guys down, 100 foot-pounds.